What is going on, everyone? DJ's here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay analysis. We're not looking at the Global Leagues this time. We're not looking at the Silvera tournament this time. We're looking at the Discord Cup 11 tournament, one of the largest tournaments hosted on Advanced Wars by Web. 128 entrants. It's been going on a few months now. Now we're down to the Sweet 16, baby. So we got the best of the best players. Now I'm playing Mr. Rader Elcaroman in this round, the Sweet 16. Winner goes on to the Elite 8, and then you go onward and onward. I mean, the only people left are like Go 7, Toulouse, people like the really damn good. Reimer, Tordred lost, I think Starflash lost. People are dropping like flies. We're getting to crunch time, baby. This is an intense tournament. 128, now we're down to 16. Now you guys probably recognize Rader Elcaroman. Showed his video on my channel before. He was in the Mangs tournament the first time around. He played that Artie map with Sif. He played Sif. So he's a great player, needless to say. He's got a lot of exposure, so I'm in for a tough matchup. So this tournament right here, it's in a high stakes game. A lot of people are following, a lot of pressure, and we got some weird ass maps. Now this map right here is called Minas Tirith. Similar to other map names, try to sound smart and use words that people never use. Tirith, it's like a crown or some. No, that's tiara. I don't know what Tirith is. Minas sounds like someone who works at like a pet store or something. I don't know what it is, but a weird name. I don't understand it. But the main thing is it is a 4-base map. You don't see 4-base maps that frequently. It's basic. It seems like a mixed base, but it's not actually a mixed base. It's actually orange on the top versus blue on the bottom. Because I'm going to get control of that as the orange player. Blue is going to get control of that as the blue player, the Pengies. And there's also 1 airport, 2 airport, 3 airport, 4 airport, 5 airport, 6. So 3 airports each. 3 airports, 4 bases, a bunch of ports. Don't buy shit from the port. Don't be a nincompoop. But there's a lot of units going to be on this map. You're going to get up to 40 unit count. It's going to be like the norm. If you get Eagle on this map, you basically are gonna win because this is such an Eagle map. Oh my god, 4 bases, 3 airports, like holy shit. But this is a tier 2 matchup, hence why we're not seeing Eagle on this matchup. Now, when doing a 4-base map, you have to keep a few things in mind, especially mixed base. Day-to-day is a lot more important in 4-base and mixed base in general because there's going to be a lot more fighting going on, a lot earlier fights, a lot more fights. So day-to-day COs such as Lash, Kindle have a lot more viability than they normally would, whereas COs like Drake, Andy, Rachel, a little less viability. I mean, Rachel's missiles, it's going to be easy to get, a bunch of infantry together because you're going to have 40 units. It's easy. Just throw those infantry on the side. Rachel's not as good. Andy's not quite as good. He's usually the safe pick. The reason I chose Andy is because there's 3 airports and I was expecting a shit ton of battlecopters. And his battlecopters need to be killed by anti-air because if you attack copter to copter, they're going to live, they're going to re-heal up, and they're going to be back with a vengeance. So, for that reason I chose Andy. However, within a couple turns of this game, I realized that Lash is the better pick on this map. Day-to-day reigns supreme. Lash is probably the best on this map, followed by Kindle, then Andy, then Rachel, then Drake, because honestly, you're not going to use naval units, and copters are really important on this map as well. Global damage is nice, but maybe he's tied with Rachel. I don't know. Rachel's not good. But Lash is definitely the best. Look at all these mountains and forests. Forests next to cities are also key because they guarantee some KOs. With a comm tower, that's 30% attacking right there. 20%, 30% attack with a comm tower using Lash's terrain bonuses. So Lash is actually really good. Mechs are viable here. You build a mech here, it goes in the mountain there. Great defensive, great offenses. Lash is just the pick on this map. Use terrain tactics to get through these forests quicker. Sturm is probably also broken because of all the terrain. But I didn't realize this because I was like, oh, Andy's my default. And then maybe after Andy, I choose Drake most of the time. And 90% of my maps, I choose those 2 COs. Maybe Kindle if I'm feeling feisty. I just kind of discount Lash. I didn't really look at the map too much. But Rader Elcaroman, on the other hand, he did his research. He's a great player, needless to say. And Lash is scary. Lash is scary. And you'll see why on this map. This matchup right here, I'm going to show a little bit more about my thinking, what I did wrong, what I could improve upon. There's a little more puzzles and stuff because this is a really sharp match. When you're playing a high-level player in the map like this, everything's really sharp. You make one mistake and it's going to snowball like some shit. So you have to be really cautious. I use the move planner every single turn on this map. I normally don't use the move planner. very frequently unless I really care about the match. I only use it in the Silvera tournament, maybe sometimes Global League, in tournament matches in general. So I played try hard on this map. I wanted to win. I want to go to the Elite 8. I really do. I defeated 4 players to get here to this point, and I wanted to keep moving forward. So I took this as a challenge. I wanted to play my best game. I didn't want to play some baboon yeeting like I normally do in the Global Leagues. Like, who gives half a shit? I don't care. Like, maybe I'll win, maybe I don't in the Global Leagues. But I wanted to win this game, and it shows. I tried really hard on this map. Rader definitely did as well. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this match, because it's something. Anyway, so I'm at the top. I'm the oranges, or whatever the hell they are, the Chinese, apparently. And Mr. Rader's the Pengoose at the bottom. So typically, you're just going to get the base, and you want to get this airport early, because you'll see in a second why you want to get the airport before this. So you want to get this later, and then you're not really going to get this chain as orange because it's 2 base versus 1 base. That's something I didn't say. There's 2 bases over here, but that's a bit far away. The black boat can cut you off. You don't want to forego the corners as well. So it's 2 base versus 1 base, essentially, because that's going to take too long. That airport's never going to get used. 1 base and airport, I should say, versus 2 base. So you want to rush this little impenetrable fortress. Look at it. It's nestled between 2 mountains with a city and this silo, 3 defense, in a forest. You want to hold down this, get some artillery maybe, and just hold down that fortress. It's like fortress defense, this map. You want to hold down your fortress longer than they hold down their fortress, and then you basically win. Whoever's fortress topples first loses. The middle's not as important. The sides are pretty important, actually. You don't want to let them get the airport too easily, because then they can start pumping out copters and getting all these properties as well. So, yeah, but it's basically fortress defense, which is a lot of fun. I like fortress defense. I played like balloons back in the day, and it was a lot of fun. Anyway, you'll see why. Oh, and this carrier, I didn't mention a lot of shit because I just kind of wanted to get into this game. This carrier defends against the copters. So the copters actually can't go past this mountain over here. You basically want to leave the carrier here the entirety of the game. You don't want to have it floating around doing God knows what, because all the copters are going to be coming from this direction. They're not typically going to be coming from this direction. So you might as well have it as most to this area as possible so they can't cross this mountain over here. Basically, yeah, copters can't cross this line. So copters, you want to use them on the defense. You typically want to use them on the offense. Maybe attack the corner, maybe defend over here. You want the copters for unit count, but they're not like the best unit ever, because anti-air are easy to produce, and you have this carrier as well. But I'll show you why I got the airport first. And I copied this from like Go 7 or some shit, so don't think I'm being cheeky. So you get the T-copter here, and then you get the base early. That's why I didn't go take like 12 turns to get this base over here. No, just get it in like 1 turn. Plop that little boy over here, and you cap it. Then after you cap that, then you get the airport. Easy peasy. Then you can get this and this, and so it just falls into place. Also, this comm tower, you can pretty much forego it for a little bit. Maybe not start trying to go for it till turn like 10-ish. Even though there'll be early fights, Lash is better with less comm towers, by the way, because she has the guaranteed 2-hit KOs while other COs do not. So she doesn't care about them as much. In this map, you get the comm towers later, which is even better for her. Worse for Javier, obviously, and stuff like that. But, you know, Lash is really damn good. And he copies the opening. I mean, everyone's doing this opening. Go 7 did it. Rhymers did it. Toulouse did it. I think everyone just does it. That's why you gotta watch some of the pros play sometimes. I didn't want to go full in thought. Also, one of the most contested properties is this one right here and this one right here, because it's super close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite tank in one day to interrupt that, but there's going to be unit count over here, and there's going to be a lot quicker to reinforce over here. So it's a battle between distance and unit count. Typically, unit count's going to win that when the artillery start popping out and everything starts popping out. But early on, maybe you can hold down this as orange, maybe you can hold down this as blue. But the 2 base strong side should eventually get that. And this airport's also contested. Usually it goes to the strong side over here. Blue will get this, and I will get this as orange. But that's also contested. It's not a freebie, all right? So typically, you might get this, probably not. You might get this as blue, probably not. Your strong side is definitely going to get these 2 eventually. Definitely going to get these 2. So it's just identifying what properties are worth holding on to. Like, if I sacrifice 5 units to get this, I got 1 extra city, but I lose 5 units and he's got a shit ton of units, I'm gonna lose. It's really analyzing what properties are worth the sacrifice. If I sacrifice my whole army and they're bleeding out, they're all dead, and I get 1k income extra, is that really worth it? Nah, not so much. So this one I shouldn't have probably gotten, because I probably should have gone over here, cap some of these more easier to get ones. Maybe I even go backwards or something of the sort, because I'm not going to be able to hold that. He's going to interrupt that pretty easily. There's going to be another penguin here, another penguin, you know, coming around the block. So, and I also go for this one. I go for 2 very contested properties, and he's going to get a nice first strike here as Lash, because he's going to have a 20% firepower bonus even without the Calm Tower. So you gotta have to keep that in mind. That the Lash firepower bonuses, he's going to get a penguin in that mountain. It's going to go owie. It's going to really hurt me with a 40%, 50% attack bonus. Oh my god, terrain is so important on this map. As you'll see, interrupts easily are both going to win both trades due to the terrain. If he was any other CO, I would win by virtue of having these the better terrain, or at least go even at best. But I'm not going to get that. It's going to be a little gangbang, boom, bada, boom, bada, and then I'm out of there. So I kind of recognize after this turn, I was like, wait, those are definitely Blue's properties. I was getting a little cocky. So I bring my carrier in the spot it's supposed to be. Build my first tank on the weak side. So some people are like, oh, you build a tank on the strong side. You know what? I wanted to tank early because I saw the little shit down there, and I was like, get the hell out of here. I don't want to let him have that. I don't want to let him have that early. So I decided to go tank on my weak side rather than tank on my strong side, or artillery on my strong side. Artillery are going to be key against beating this little fortress, because you got to siege the fortress. You don't just storm a fortress. You siege it. Lay the artillery, boom, boom, boom. Then they're weak, and the civilians start to revolt. They start eating rats. They start eating Subway, eat fresh, because they got nothing left to eat. And then they start dying. Then you capture the fortress. Then you break in. You siege the fortress. Then you break in. This is like real life. Advanced Wars really mirrors real life a lot of times in war tactics. You want to lay siege first. I recognize this is a lost battle. I'm going to get my CO power later, super CO power later on. Over here, I just decided to, I don't know, keep capping for some reason. But, you know, I'll withdraw that 1 HP infantry. It'll come back to 6 HP, or I'll heal it. And, you know, I like keeping my boys alive. I'm Andy. The whole thing, Andy's whole gimmick, no day-to-day powers, unlike Lash. Just heal all that shit with a superpower. That's basically my motto. So, brings all his penguins in. The balls on this man. The balls! Look, I understand he's going to have, like, some good terrain bonuses here. He's going to have 30 extra defense. But I didn't get that. You're not getting that, boy. I'm going to attack you from here. Papauba. From here. Papauba. And soon from even the bottom, it's going to be a little triple thready. So he's not going to get that. Let's see where he builds a tank. He builds a tank on his strong side. Smart move, and the artillery on his strong side. Smart move. This is actually very scary. At the time, I didn't quite realize what this entailed. So maybe the early tank wasn't worth it. Maybe I should have gone artillery first to build up my defenses, or a mech or something, and build an artillery over here. Honestly, artillery mech might have been a better play, because I would have had enough funds, but hindsight's 2020. It's such a sharp game, you have no idea what to expect. I don't think it was a blunder by any means, my move. I think it was all right. So I bring my tank down, and I was like, I need to let this boy live. I put my T-Copter as a blocker there. I just want my guy to go back to 6 HP, live his best life. He can go chill in the HQ over there, man. He can have a nice vacation. I don't know, just survive. I want my unit count. Unit count matters the most. I build my first artillery, because like I said, it's all about the siege. Tanks over here are good, but first you want the artillery set. Start raining down artillery on his little fort. So, right now, his part's looking scary. I'm definitely not capping that. He's definitely not going to cap that. Like, it's just a matter of fact now. He's going to get his infantry walls. Another reason why artillery is so good over here, you're going to have more infantry, so you're going to have more infantry walls. He tries to stop me from capping this. I mean, he doesn't try to. He does stop me from capping, which is a little bit of annoying. But I start getting these back caps over there. I'll cap the Calm Tower in a couple turns, because we're going to start to have some battles. I bring my artillery here. If he has some cheeky ideas about attacking one of these infantry or capturing or something, I'm going to blast him to smithereens. So this guy's going to be a little useless. Probably going to retreat and get plopped over there. And I bring my tank over here. I'm like, okay, you can attack me, but I'll probably live. I will live, because this won't reach. You can attack me, I'll live, and then I'll hit you back with a B-Copter. That's just why this is so important. This B-Copter is important. He needed an anti-air. Honestly, if I were him, I would have built an anti-air last turn rather than a tank. He had enough money. Oh, he didn't have enough. Smart DG move. Okay, so healing this unit did not allow him to get an anti-air that turn. Oh, yeah. He should not have healed this unit. So sometimes early on, you want to heal. You have the tendency to heal your units because you're like, oh, I want my units to come back and fight. However, it disallows you from capping some stuff, or from getting some units that you normally would get. So he should have had a freaking anti-air that turn, but he didn't. Build my first mech. Mechs are really important on the fortress over here. You're gonna have a mountain here, you're gonna have a mountain here. Easily traversable. Also, they're cheap. You want cheap mechs on a 4 base because you have to pump out from 4 damn bases. It's not easy. But things are looking pretty decent for me so far. Now he builds the anti-air. So my copter's gonna have 1 free turn just chillin'. Straight up chillin'. He's gonna capture that immediate little property over there unless I stop him. I can't go in the mountain because now the artillery's got it locked down. Yeah, you can actually artillery lock mountains, not just cities, not just bases. You can artillery lock terrain, important terrain, especially with Lash. Blocking that with an artillery is very important because it's going to have 40 extra firepower and 50% after this calm tower, enabling an easy 2-hit KO. And if you put a mech there, it's going to do a lot of damage. I mean, mechs in the mountains for Lash are going to do a shit ton of damage. But yeah, he's got numbers over here. So I used this as a blocker. So I'm kind of behind over here. Saving that 1 HP infantry, you know, it was like saving Private Ryan kind of bullshit. But like, I could have gotten these a little earlier, but I was a little too feisty. Saving that 1 HP infantry. But let's see what I do here. I go capping on the side. Bring my infantry back, get the comm tower. See this anti-air? Still not in range of that city. And I don't want him to go penguin and start capping that shit. So I'm a little cheekster too. Two can play the cheeky game. And that 1 HP infantry, he's alive. I mean, he can die here. I don't want to let him die. Bring my mech, start my mech chain. And I put my copter there because I'm a cheekster. And now he cannot reach me. And he cannot cap. And he cannot attack with these 2 units. So I'm delaying it 1 extra turn. You know, it's 1k for an extra turn. You know, why not be cheeky? Why not be cheeky? It's not like I can go over there anyway. Like, what am I going to do? Like, this shit defends everything. Like, I'm not going to be able to pass all that stuff. It's a Great Wall of China over there. Like, hell no, I'm not going past that. Copters in the middle aren't that great. You can front shift tanks and stuff. Like, I could front shift this to the middle, but right now I'm focused on survival, man. This is tower defense. This isn't front shift 101, okay? You kind of have to understand when it's good to front shift and when it's just good to hunker down. So Mr. Elcaroman, he starts putting on the gas. He hasn't built a single vehicle over here where I've built a bunch of random crap. He's all in on his 2 base, and it is scary. I build a prophylactic anti-air. I didn't mention it before. I don't want him to need a copter. I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it takes 3 turns, or 1, 2 turns to begin airport locking the airport. So I want to get that out prophylactically. I don't want to allow him to get copters and start swiveling around like I did, making his life hell with my copter. I don't want to let him emulate that. So things going well. He's attacking my T-copter. He's getting his tanks in. Now he's slowly starting his methodical push, getting control of the silo over here, which is important because that allows a 30% offensive to attack on my city over there and guarantee a 2-hit KO. 1 tank attacks here, 1 tank attacks here. A tank there is guaranteed to die. So that's why Lash is good, okay? Guaranteed 2-hit KOs. Yeah, that's scary, okay? And then he's just so... I hate Lash. She's good on this map. She deserves to be good at sometimes. But this is scary. Still hasn't built a single vehicle. Just a measly little mech. But I've got that mountain locked down. I want that property so bad, but that freaking little mountain guy, I know he's gonna interrupt my caps, so I can't quite do it. I'm just gonna get that airport over there where I'm not anywhere near getting that airport, so I'm a little behind on that. So I grew a little concerned at this point. I think Rader does have the lead right now by virtue of just having a better opening and being Lash. And I attack into that and I get a terrible ass roll. This is where Lash also shines. This is like a Kindle kind of deal over here. I do 4, he does 5 back for 6 freaking HP. Like, what the hell? How am I losing this kind of battle? You know what I mean? Like, normally it'd be a 6 like to 7 or something like that. But like, Lash, man. So this part I thought I was screwed. Honestly, I was starting to think that I was gonna lose this turn. So I wanted to hide my mech back here and put my mech here and then like put my tank here, but putting my tank here allows a 2-hit KO. Then the copter comes in, or the anti-air comes in and kills my copter. So I opt to sack a mech for a free hit. Bring another mech in. I bring my copter back on the defensive. If he starts pulling some shenanigans, blocking me with infantry over here, I want to have a copter available later on so I can do some damage. I want to keep my copters alive. He doesn't have quite the lock yet, so I could build another copter now if I wanted to. I have to be aware of the power, though. If he gets a power, He gets past that forest and would move, and it's a one-shot on any air unit I built. So I'm allowing a 2-hit KO, or no, I'm not allowing. Now he can't get a 2-hit KO because he has a 5 and a full. So I will live, and then the mech will punish, and I have another tank right there. But I'm allowing him to get this mountain, which is scary. I don't like getting him control of the mountain, but he would kill me with anything, so I can't really get control of the mountain. Now I'm putting my infantry over here to control the mountain, and also to put one here and threaten taking the airport. Not just airport locking, but also taking the airport. So I'm starting to get some vehicles. Now I have 3 over here. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a little bit different, but I have more of a defense. I'm a little more dabbling in a sense. I normally don't advocate dabbling, but sometimes you kind of need to dabble. If I only had units over here and I had no pressure over here, he's going to overcome me. And if I had all vehicles over here, then he's just going to overcome me even easier. So I dabbled a bit. I wanted to maximize my potential. Survival over here and crushing over here. Because I'm going to need it. Lash, he has the CO matchup advantage. So I might get this airport. I might get this. I will get that, but he's going to interrupt that. Whereas he's fine. 100% A-okay. He's going to bring that down, attack whatever over there. He's going to have a T-copter over there doing whatever. My T-copter's, I don't even know what my T-copter's doing, man. My T-copter's just sucking its own toes, man. Sucking its own chode, sucking its own toes. Doesn't get the kill. Thank God that was some bullshit roll before, and thank God I lived, because that would have capped off the bullshit. So he is he's doing very good. Kills off my mech. Infantry getting murdered. Builds his first copter smartly before I start airport locking. Builds his tanks in. Doesn't heal. I think he realized the healing earlier delayed him and he wanted to keep it 5 HP. Brings his infantry in. He's going to get that now. There's no way I'm interrupting that. Brings in another penguin over there. Now he's got 3 penguins basically to 1 because that's garbage. Some slop over there. Now the mech spam begins, and his mechs are scary. They're scarier than tanks when they're in those mountains over there. Mech copter is a great build for Lash. The mech over here I don't quite agree with. I would have built an infantry and then just built more units there. I don't like a mech here. I don't think it makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It takes too long to get there. You're honestly just better off building an infantry. And he also didn't build an artillery. I think artilleryers are really underrated on this map. And by underrated, I mean just freaking good. Maybe no one ever said they were bad, but I'm just saying they're really good. I think I do build another artillery this turn because artillery pushes, I need a siege. So, he makes a bit of a mistake right here. So, I'm going to lose all my units if I go in and attack. But the thing is, like, I don't even give a shit, man. If they're, like, alive, I'll heal them with my superpower, and I want to delay, man. I'm going to lose here eventually, right? But I want to delay as much as possible. So I go in, kapauga. I go in, kapingo. And then I go in and sack my copter to this anti-air. You're like, whoa, why you do that? It's because the mech will come in and punish the anti-air that kills my copter. And if I build another tank here or another copter here, I will be able to overrun. Because once he kills this copter, there'll be a fresh copter. So I was like, I sack one copter, I build another copter, A-okay. And then I bring this little shit over here, because I was like, that thing, this one over here, can come in and kill my mech, or do a lot of damage. So it's like, nah, bish, you're not coming in and attacking that mech. I want a full HP mech attacking whatever kills that copter. Whatever kills that copter, it's gonna freaking pay. You're not getting away with that, okay? Also notice, this copter takes damage back from the tank. That's how good Lash's defenses and offenses are. Or mostly just offenses. I mean, the same defense as everyone else. 30% attack increase from the forest. So, boomba, 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 la boomba. Now I bring my artillery back because I'm like, you know what? Freaking get off that property. You got numbers here. I don't know how he got numbers here, but he has numbers, even though this is my strong side. And I was kind of baffled by that. I was like, what the fluff? He must have like brought some of these little bad boys up, and they must have began the March of the Penguins over here or some shit, because he's got numbers on his weak side. And I was like, am I really losing that bad? I felt good about this turn though. Honestly, I thought I was dead before this, but this turn I started to feel a little good. And I start hitting that. I bring my tank over here. I didn't actually go for the attack over there. I mean, I'm not going to break into that. I need the siege first. First, I need to win the corners or not lose them, basically. I'm not going to win them. I just don't want to lose them. He's going to get this airport, most likely. He's going to kill off this infantry. I understand that, but I need to at least not lose the corners. I want to have equal income to Lash, because Lash should have an income advantage due to her day-to-day powers, maybe 1k, maybe 2k, 3k, etc. Andy, it's all about your superpower. The long game. The longer the game stalls on, the better Andy will get. Because you're going to have Neo tanks that won't die, bombers that won't die. Stells. I think Stells are banned, but like for fighters, you know everything. Also, these black boats over here, straight chilling. I mean, it's just 1k. It's not worth devoting a copter or a tank or whatever to attack that until it dies. Artillery, no, don't even worry about that. Just leave it there. You can later on use it to block units from coming down by putting on the shoal here. You can put this right here, block my units and I have to go around. Same goes with over here. But for now, it's a little weird seeing him have unit advantage on my strong side. I built another artillery because I'm about to begin the siege. I have a lot of units. I'm starting to feel it. I need to begin the siege because I'm gonna die over here. He's gonna kill my copter. He's gonna kill tanks. A lot of shit's gonna hit the fan. So first thing he does, kills off one of my tanks. Kills off my infantry over there. He's gonna get this unless I interrupt. He's probably gonna block me though. Yeah, I'm not gonna interrupt that airport. He's gonna get the airport and probably pump out a copter, which is scary because now you can build a copter from there and there. So if I have my anti-air here, I can block both at the same time, which is pretty cool, but easier said than done. So now I have to worry about airport blocking 2 airports, which is a pain in the ass. He interrupts my airport over there, has this over there, and now he freaking killed off my. So wait a minute. Okay, so he was capping. I was like, if I were him, I'd kill the copter and then put the infantry in front so the mech doesn't get an easy hit on my on the anti-air. But instead he does that, gets the cap. I understand, it makes sense. Probably should heal. This was really feisty. I didn't quite understand this. He attacks with his copter. He brings the mech in. So that makes sense a bit. Like, okay, I kill the copter and then he kills me with the mech, right? But then he did something really weird. He builds another copter over here, and that didn't make sense. This was Rader Elcaroman's first mistake, and I was like, holy shit, I have a chance here. Like, I thought I was just gonna lose. Okay, he made a mistake. He's human. We're alive. So I was thinking, yeah, kill that, and then I attack the mech. There's literally nothing to lose. Like, this made sense. Sort of. Actually, not even that much, because I kill the copter in the forest, I put an artillery behind it, lives with like 3 HP, and then afterward I just heal it up. So I didn't understand. He got a little too feisty on his weak side. He's attacking in all the places at the same time, which I generally do not recommend. You want to attack all, you want to hold back over here, build an artillery, hold down the fortress. You're getting a little too feisty over here. I mean, I didn't mind it because I'm his opponent, but I got a hit off on this tank, free, can't reach, right? And that's gonna die. No way in hell I'm letting that live. Boonga, boonga. I attack with my tank first because it's probably gonna die anyway. I want to keep my mechs full HP. Probably build another tank this turn. I give up on capping because I'm gonna get gangbanged over here in the corner. It's not gonna work. He's gonna have income advantage. I'm not gonna be able to build a copter over there, but it's not the end of the world. I'll just try to hold on. But it's looking pretty scary over here. At least he doesn't heal up his units. So all these units that are injured, that's why I sacrificed my tank to injure this artillery, because it's not going to come magically back to health. He's going to have to nurse it back slowly on the city over there. He's going to nurse that back slowly. So it buys me some extra time. Man, 1 and 2 turns are a big deal on this map. Just holding down the fortress. I don't freaking know. Build bombers, mega tanks, just hold down that fortress. So I wanted to hold down the fortress. I said that hold down fortress like 10 times in the last minute, but I'll keep saying it. Like I said, preconceived plan came through. Artillery's coming in. I'm building another anti-air because I predicted this one's going to get hit. I also want to have 1 anti-air locking down this, 1 anti-air locking down this. Anti-air also can kill off mechs in 1 hit if they're on the right terrain. So, and he's building a lot of mechs. So anti-air are actually not that terrible, having too many. He's only got 1 copter, but I'm just anticipating a lot more. So I like anti-air. They're my favorite unit. So I save up some money, I build a tank this turn. I don't build a mech in some random place. Like, I wouldn't have built a mech there, it doesn't make any sense. Now he kills off my unit. Copter is really feisty over here. He makes a second mistake. Oh, so he kills off my tank over here. He blocks with this, but you'll see what mistake he makes. Or maybe you won't see it. I'll let you guys see if you can see the mistake he makes. Then he pops prime tactics. So he was doing all these kills because he wanted extra charge. See, it's kind of random. Like, why would you attack an infantry? Because he wants the charge, I guess. I don't freaking know. He told me in the chat, is like, yeah, I did that because I wanted to use my anti-air to kill your tank. I was like, what? Because he gets 60 extra attack. 70. 80. 80 with flash power, because like this, boom. Doesn't kill me though, because I'm cool. But that was scary. Now he's got a lot of extra firepower, 40 defense, 40 firepower, 50, 60, you know, add 20 to it because the comm tower is extra 10 and using a power in general is an extra 10. So 20 on top of whatever doubled thing. Attack from a mountain, that's 100% firepower bonus. So nothing to chew at. Anyway, he's going to murder that mech. Try to trap my copter. He's going to build an anti-air, no doubt. And he murders that infantry, and of course, easy. Probably want to attack my anti-air, but it's going to give me charge, so I don't know if he does. Easy hit KO over there. Honestly, I would have attacked... no, he couldn't quite reach. I wonder if he'll attack with a 6 HP infantry. So he messed up right here. If I was him, 1 HP infantry here, 4 HP infantry here. You know why? You'll see why. You'll see why. Builds his first artillery over here for his defense. A little scrunched up there. Man, it's not a bad idea. The copter is... So I thought about using my CO power this turn. And I bet Rader expected me to use it. Because let's look at the state of things right now. It's not looking great. He's... I have more funds because it's my turn early, but he's going to have more funds overall. We have the same amount built. So I have 14 deaths and 4 kills. 14 deaths and 4 kills. I'm behind by 10 deaths. 10 deaths. When I was playing this game at this turn, I was like, I thought I was winning. I thought my positioning was good. I got the free copter kill. Now he's going to block me from getting another free copter kill. I was like, I thought But now I have 3 units over here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 are going to come streaming in. And he's probably going to stop me from getting this airport. And he's got this airport. I thought I was... Something inside me was like, I'm not dead. Because it felt winning for me. I can't explain it. It felt winning. So I decided to keep going on. But I was definitely behind at this point. I don't know. I think holding my power would be my best interest. Like, anyway, we'll see what I did. I'm not dead yet. But the thing he did mess up here. He should have blocked me with the infantry down here. Because now, kill that. Free copter kill. Remember, mech attacks me. Brings me out of 3, 4 HP. Then I use my superpower. It's back to 9 HP. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even worth it. Another thing about holding your superpower. It enables balls to the wall mentality. Just let them hang. You know? I'll show you what I mean. Balls to the wall hanging mentality. You can't do this if you use the anti-superpower. You have to hold it. Just watch what I put on display here. I'm allowing this to get hit from all angles over here. I'm allowing him to hit with his mech over here. You can do whatever you want. Bang these bad boys up. Yeah, do 5 damage. Do 4, 3, 2 damage. I don't give a shit. I'll just heal him up. I don't care. You get a free hit off. You get free hits. I don't care. Balls to the wall. I'm just letting them hang. They're low-hanging fruit. These are some big melons hanging down from here. Yeah, they're low-hanging fruit. Go and get it. I'm going to hold that power till it's good. I only have 3 units to capitalize on this power. Woo! I healed this to 10 HP. Hell no, I'm not using my power yet. Freaking kidding me? I got patience, boy. I'm behind 14 to 4 kills. I got 4 kills to 14 deaths, man. It's not looking great. Well, my medium tank. At least it's not a mega tank. I just want to hold down the fort longer. Luckily, I damaged that. Like I said, it was worth killing all my units. Like, I got 14 deaths. But it was worth it because that's not full HP. If that was full HP and he puts that, like, here next turn or here, I'm probably dead. And he has the airport lock. I have 3, like, a cobbled together bunch of no-name units. I built a tank over here because I need to get some unit count over here. I need to reinforce. Even though it's going to take 3 turns to even get over there, I need to get some tanks over there. Release the corner. Like, I don't want to let him have the airport. Like, come on. Like, I got units. I don't think he's going to get it because I have a lot of units, but my copter's kind of boned, so I have to hide it back here. I'm like, yeah, I need to use it to dislodge units if they get in the way. But, yeah, so not looking great. Not looking great. Uses this as a blocker, which sucks. Honestly, I probably would have put that in the mountain instead, but he just wants to block me with that. heal up his units, gets his free more kills. Like, oh my god, like what are the 6 to 18 now? It's even worse. 18 deaths to 6 kills. I'm doing so bad. But I'm telling you, I want to fight on, man. I just want to get to the Elite 8. Is that too much to ask? Elite 8, like 128 players, that's a pretty big deal. I'll be playing, I guess, like Soth or Go 7. Tordred dropped out. Like I said, Starflash dropped out. A lot of good players dropped out. Toulouse is still remaining. Like, but god damn it, I'm going to try. He's being aggressive. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I'm going to kill you. That was a little weird. I thought you got a little too ballsy here. He's winning, but like, you're going to beat me over here. But like, you're allowing me to fight back on your weak side though. Like, why are you doing that? So I was happy to see that. I was like, okay, there's a chance. If he didn't do that and he put it like there and he had more mechs, I'd be like, yeah, I'd probably resign. But I have a chance. I'm really trying, man. I use the move planner. I don't want to give up this early. I've had weird ass comebacks before. I've come back from worse. I consider myself one of the best comeback kings there are. I just don't give up, and when I'm behind, when I'm an underdog, is when I perform my best. So if I'm an underdog, I'll probably win. If I'm an overdog, I goof it up, I do dumb shit, and then I lose. So that's why I play so well against Starflash. I have a winning record because he's one of the best players of all time, and I respect him, and then I try hard. Go 7, he's just too good. Doesn't matter how many comeback stuff. But anyway, so he builds a recon because he's expecting to use a power or superpower, probably to get this immediately back over here, kill off my infantry. So he has unit count, but actually I do have more unit values. That's something worth noting. He has some damaged units. That's damaged, that's damaged, that's damaged. And that's also damaged as well. But yeah, it's he's locking my base now. There's a lot of penguins. Recon's a little dubious. I probably would have built another artillery, just artillery spam me at this point. Artillery spam. This is also a little dubious position. Maybe you build another anti-air as well. Artillery anti-air. And probably just kill me. Builds a tank over here. Like I said, I don't like this position and where you put this mech. Like, I guess I understand. I kind of have this artillery here, so might as well have it there. But like, my anti-air can attack it at least, not my tank. This anti-air can attack. So I'm not dead yet. He does build an artillery over here, which makes sense, and he blocks my tank. So now my tank has to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no help's coming. It's 3 units and some garbage, some schlop over here, versus God knows how many units. It's so scary, man. I basically like count my prayers and hope for the best. But my hope is to win over here. I got not that many units, and he's got 2 tanks over here because I'm not blocking. I can't block him because he has an infantry there. He was very smart. He didn't allow me to block. And even if he didn't, I didn't want to allow him this property anyway because we're tied because he has that and I do not have this. So I was like, I want to, I don't know. So I'm going to capture this property and get a slight lead. But, because he has this property and I don't have this property. So it's tricky. It's not going great for me. But I have unit value. So I kill off with that anti-air attack. I'm not using the super yet because I know that's a guaranteed 2-hit KO. Now I got a base lock, so I'm like, okay, if I can somehow hold down these little 3 shits over here, 3 musketeers, I can actually win over here. There's a hope. There's tanks streaming in, so I have to act fast, but there is hope. My kill to death ratio, let's see what it is now, 19 to 8. Okay, okay. So I'm able to bring my copter over here because he kind of got a little too feisty with this anti-air. So actually my copter does get a free hit and kills off that. I plop that down. It's going to get hit by an artillery and maybe a mech as well. I don't build an artillery though. I believe I build a tank. So I cap that because I want to distract these units. I don't know. I was feeling feisty. I wanted to really abuse having the superpower. If he knocks me down to 5, I use my superpower and I get it. And then I get an income lead. So that'd be really nice to switch that. So holding on to my power. Sure, he's going to get 2 powers in the time I get 1. That's fine. I don't care. Holding on to powers and having patience is really important. So I'm just letting him hit that. Look, tank attacks that. Infantry attacks that. It's still going to live. And then I'll just heal it up. Like, I'm allowing him to get some free hits. So I built a mech because I wanted to traverse these mountains over here. To build another copter because I just need unit count. Like, hold down the fort. I have 3 musketeers. Now I have 5. Can I hold down with 5? I hope so. I think so. There's an artillery coming. Another one coming. So I attacked this over here. In retrospect, I didn't want him to allow him to cap that. Even if that heals to 7, it's looking dubious. Maybe it was necessary. I don't know. But I bring my tank over here. Attack my tank to this infantry. I could have attacked there. It didn't really matter. I just wanted to weaken up his walls a bit. And yeah, I prayed for the best. But like I said, I'm, not too far behind on unit count. He's going to have 30, 40 units at the end of the turn because of all the productivity. But yeah, so he comes in with this. He doesn't actually attack my mech, which kind of well, it makes sense actually. He didn't attack because I might use my superpower, so that makes sense. But he's blocking off my mech from moving over here, which is frustrating. He's really blocking me off. Great terrain control. Now the artillery's over here. He's got 2 artillery attacking me. Recon coming in. Tank interrupts. My tank's all the way over here because he blocked me. Yeah. Builds another anti-air. Would have been better for him to have it a turn earlier, to be perfectly honest, but it sucks. So he attacks my tank over here. Doesn't kill it. It wasn't a roll. Actually, I thought this would have 2 HP instead of... because he's attacking from a road and a river with 0 firepower bonus. Should have been at 2 HP, so we actually got pretty lucky. So... But he's in artillery range. Like, that tank's dying. Like, he got a little... Like I said, he's getting too feisty on his weak side over here. He needs to hold back. He's gonna beat me over here. He's gonna beat me. Unless he gets careless. But he's got 2 mechs. He's gonna build a copter this turn, no doubt. Doesn't attack because... Like I'm saying, holding this power is affording me a lot of opportunity. I can let the balls hang. Come on at me, bro. What are you gonna do? Sure, attack me here. I'm gonna heal it up. Holding Andy's superpowers is one of the most underrated things you can do. I've held Andy's superpowers for like 6 turns plus in Fog before. I think against Tordred, and I won. And it's just worth it. Like, sure, or no, it was against Rice Muncher, but like, sure, yeah, like, he gets 2 superpowers in the time I get 1, maybe even start charting his 3rd. But if it's a strong superpower, you gives half a fluff. You give half a bluff, dude. Like, hold on to that superpower. So that was my golden ticket. I felt like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. I was like, my golden ticket. Like, I have a chance. Gets a little aggressive with this tank. That's allowing me a nice hit over there. I didn't quite get that, but... And then I moved this anti over here, which I thought it was curious. I was like, why didn't you move it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we moved it here so we could get the airport lock. However, I'm going to exploit that. So we were playing kind of live at this point. I was still using Move Planner, and I think he was as well, but we were kind of playing live. And when I saw him end this turn, that was really feisty. When I saw him end this turn, I went to the Move Planner. I was like, okay, kill this infantry with another thing, break through this, then my medium tank can get a hit off on this tank maybe, but then he's going to kill one of my copters, this tank's over here, he's going to kill these units, and I was like, I'm screwed. It's looking good over here, but I'm screwed over here. But I looked at the Move Planner and I studied it for a good bit. And then the more I looked at it, I was like, wait a minute, this is looking good. This is looking really good. Like, we look at the stats. It's 20-9. So I have an 11 deficit. And you can tell he's got 40 units to my 31. And, however, I looked at it and I was like, holy shit. I can land a crushing blow this turn. I can do a lot of damage this turn. I can do a lot. If you want to look and see if you can find what I did, feel free to pause, but I found a really good move this turn. I'm glad I used the Move Planner. My first thought was to copter kill that, infantry finish off, copter attack that tank, or attack that. I don't know. It was just like, I'll weaken the tank, and I'll kill 2 infantry. I was like, that's okay. However, I found a much better move. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First thing I do, capture this port over here, secure an income, or tie. I attack this. You know why? Because it's going to go down to 6, free 3 HP of damage. Because I'm going to get my superpower, it's going to heal up. I'm going to use my superpower this turn. Next thing I do, attack from here. Do another 6 HP of damage free, because I'm going to heal up. And yeah. So another thought over here was I could artillery that, infantry that, and bring this anti-air over here and kill that. But then it dies to 2 mechs. Is it really worth it? And then probably dies to these tanks as well. And I thought, you know what? Killing that copter is not even worth it. Sometimes it's not worth it. Like, base locking this copter wasn't worth it. Copters aren't always worth it. So what I do instead, now I use hyper upgrade. And that's a pretty damn good hyper upgrade. Pretty damn good. Oops. Go from 13,000, or sorry, 127,000 to 138,000. Okay, maybe it's not the best in the world, but it's good to me. So now I begin the assault. First things first, I'm going to kill off this weak side bullshit over here. I'm going to murder him on this side. I'm going to make him pay. I'm going to make him pay for being overextending. I'm not going for this copter over there. I'm going for the base lock. Boom, bitch. Get out. It's going to be fully healed. I'm going to threaten that airport next turn. I want to get this corner. He's been having his way over there. No, this is the turn I fought back. This is the turn I was bullied the whole match. I fought back. I said, hell no. I'm getting that airport. I got a tank there. You're going to interrupt there? I'm going to murder your tank. Now, I was like, you know what? That's some breadcrumbs over here. That's some... Leave that schlop to someone else. I got a better attack. Copter comes in. Kills off one artillery. Mech comes in. Pretty much kills off the anti-air. Now these copters can do whatever the hell they want. Kill off that infantry over there. Get the cap. Kill off that in one shot. Okay. Free hit on the tank now. Looking pretty good. So now these 2 copters are free, because that's not going to reach me. Even if he uses a power, it's still 1 away. And I'm going to build another beefy unit. But even more so, I kill off this mech over here. Now, why did I kill off this mech rather than killing off this mech? Because if it attacks me there, I'm going to capture the base next turn. And if I don't kill that one, it's probably going to attack me from the side, which allows him to build from the base. But if he attacks from here, I don't know, it made sense to me, okay? So I kill off that mech. It honestly didn't matter that much. I bought my own mech, but now he can kill or attack this anti-air with a mech. He's gonna have to attack from the river. I can't do a second attack on it. I control the mountain. I have 2 full HP infantry. He's only gonna be able to weaken 1 unless he could bring this over here and sack it and hope to weaken me and attack here with the mech, but like, that's shaky. I have a full HP infantry anti-air over here. Can't forget this is going to be full HP next turn. I got a tank coming in. And if you look at the stats now, 20 to 17. It was 20 to 9. I got 8 kills. You look at the value, I did 100,000 of damage, 70,000 deaths. So even though I have a little bit less KOs, I did more damage. And if you kill off that tank, this is nothing. Kill off that artillery, this is nothing. Yeah, you can keep those. Like, I am crushing. My weakest unit now is this artillery over here, because I healed up everything. So I felt really good after the turn. I'm threatening that, and he has 1 capture. I only need 1 HP to capture that. Attacks with a recon, attack with a tank, it won't. So I'm getting that. It's 100% guaranteed. That's 100% guaranteed. I'm going to capture that property. And if he does attack me, I'm going to kill something off with a tank. And he won't be able to kill the tank, and I'll heal it up with another superpower. So I felt really good after this turn. That was a crushing turn. That was domination. I was proud of that turn. I built another copter. I got 3 copters. His anti-air is, God knows, far away. And my unit value, I have 50% higher unit value than he does at this point. No, Carman just straight up resigns. He was like, you know what, he was like, damn, dude. It all came down to that one turn. He got too aggressive over here, lost 2 copters over there, which kept me alive and in the game. I was dying, dude. I was dying. Lash is really good on this map. But the Andy patience, if I cop that superpower into his superpower, look, I could have popped it here. Yeah, I'm gonna do heal that. Yoo-hoo. Some of you beginner players might attack here, like, yeah, heal up, yeah, attack that, yay. No. That's turn day 13. Didn't use it. 14. Didn't use it. 15. There we use it. Gotta hold on to those powers. And also identifying, it's not only about killing copters with your anti-air, it's also about putting pressure down. I didn't kill the copter. I wanted, more importantly, I wanted to get that base. I laid siege with my 2 artillery. He wasn't successful. Sure, I'll get a hit off on my medium tank over there, but it'll only go down to like 6 or 7. And then I'll use a superpower later on. No big deal. I had copters coming in. I just felt really good after that turn. And the tank over here streaming in. I have unit advantage now. I have unit value advantage. I'm going to have unit income advantage after I capture these 2 properties, maybe even this one later on. If he tries to build a copter, this is already there. It was just crushing. There was no point in him even trying to take out this turn. This was winning. Maybe it looks like you could keep fighting, but it was over. So, yeah. It was an intense game, man. I had a lot of fun playing it. Rader Elcaroman's a great player, and now I'm on to the Elite 8 to play South. And I'll probably play that game unless I get destroyed or he gets destroyed. It'll be a close game. We're both really good players. So hopefully I'll stream that game in the future. Hopefully it's close. Whatever the outcome is, you know, I'm probably the underdog, so maybe I'll win. I don't know. But it should be a great match. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned a lot from this match. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.